that would be expensive.
Mr. President, I have the perfect idea for your fence.
Okay, let's hear it.
Build 2 chain link fences that are 10 foot tall and 12 foot wide. So there's 12-foot gap in between them. And put lions and stuff in there.
With lions?
How do we feed the lions?
The people that ran into it.
People that climb over the fence.
I don't think Pete is going to like that plan.
I like it.
But what good is a chain link fence?
Okay, we'll do barbed wire then.
I don't like them.
We gotta figure out something.
We'll do like the prison fences.
Like the border between North and South Korea.
Secretary Griffin, you have the mic. Let's hear. What should your agency be focusing on? What do you need from me?
Well, my agency is...
Pardon interruption, teachers, can you please release the girls' basketball team at this time? And girls, you'll be loading in the back of the school.
I pushed the button, right?
It's already going.
Alright, well, my agency is basically second in command of military, only behind you. And we like to develop and all kinds of stuff with military mostly. And what I want to do is make more equality in military, and that would make it more stable so we can do more about ISIS. But right now the deal with the women and draft and all that stuff, where women now have the opportunity to do whatever they please in the military as long as they're capable, but that's non-equal to men when they do not have to enter the draft. And then I'd like more money to build more drones and such for ISIS.
So, something that some of you may not be aware of, the past Secretary of Defense under Obama, former President Obama, recommended that we integrate combat units and let women have jobs in like the Army and Marine Corps where they're actually shooting people. We didn't used to do that. That happened just over a year ago. As Secretary of Defense, does that have a huge impact on our fighting capability, that change?
Mm-hmm.
Should I keep up with that, or should we backtrack and say, sorry, women?
If we keep up with it, we need to make it, them have to enter the draft to make it fair. I mean, if we don't, we need to just say sorry and put them back to where they used to be.
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah, but
this is Trump's cabinet, so
military positions, whatever they used to do.
I don't want equality for all.
So I should keep women in combat roles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But you should also make them have to enter in the draft.
My top priority for you is I need you to work with Secretary of State, Homeland Security, and our ambassador to the UN. I need a plan to make it look like we're blowing the crap out of ISIS. Even if we're not really doing it, we need to make it look like we are.
Yeah.
And I don't want a bunch of Americans on the ground. And as you saw from the video, I'm not taking nukes off the table.
Good.
Right?
We
Why'd we build them if we're not willing to use them? That's what he would say. Okay? Do we agree fighting terrorism in the Middle East was one of his top promises during his campaign? So I have to follow through. I just don't really know how. I'm not saying Trump's dumb, but that's why I have you guys. You give me the plans, and then I go, okay, let's do it, or no, that's a terrible idea. Okay, I'm checking my Twitter, sorry. Anything else for the Secretary of Defense? Okay, thank you, sir. Will you pass the mic over? You might have to spin that bad boy for him. Okay, introduce yourself. What do you got for me?
So, we are the Secretary of Interior, and our job is to protect, like, natural resources and cultural heritage.
What's that even mean, cultural heritage? Sounds fluffy.
Like, it's like the Indians, kind of. We help build monuments for them and everything.
Ah, that damn pipeline thing in North Dakota. Now I remember, that's a problem. You better have a solution for me.
Well, for the pipeline, we would help build that, and...
You think we should build that through the Standing Rock Sioux sacred grounds?
May I let you in on some information?
Please do, Secretary Hughes.
There are 2 pipelines are already going through the area. right where they want to
Yeah,
take that
what's a
one.
third? What's a third?
Area's not a problem with a third, I don't think.
Do I want to keep oil and gas jobs in America?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I going to have to pick between that potentially and offending an Indian tribe?
Yeah.
Based on my campaign promises, which one should I do?
Keep the jobs.
I'm definitely leaning towards the pipeline. Don't mind that I had $100,000 in stock in the company building the pipeline before I got elected. That doesn't affect my opinion. I've since sold that, but I did have $100,000 in that company. I'm being serious. Okay, so even the Secretary of Interior is going to tell me to let the pipeline go through their land.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys know that President-elect Trump met with Cynthia Loomis, Wyoming's representative in Congress, about this job, having her maybe be his Secretary of the Interior? And then he talked to Wyoming Governor Matt Mead about the same job. I don't think either one will take it, but he talked to him. She went and met with him at his hotel this week. So there could be a Wyoming cabinet member. Okay, anything else besides pipelines and angry Sioux Indians in North Dakota that I should be worried about?
So
How about in states like Wyoming, where most of the drilling is on public land? Should I let oil companies keep drilling on federal land?
Yes.
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we all know global warming is a hoax made up by the Chinese. We need to go back to drilling.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, anything else, Secretaries of the Interior?
So we first advised to establish a national firefighter department to fight the wildfires that go on, and so then we don't take away all the local firefighters in cities and towns in case there is an emergency there, that there's a fire.
Are there some wildfires raging in Tennessee right now that have killed 15 or 20 people?
Yeah.
Do you guys read about who started those? 2 teenagers.
What a bunch of hoodlums.
What were they doing?
I'm not sure how they started it, but they got charged with arson.
Good.
So we need some kind of national firefighter brigade, is what you're telling me?
Yep. And then we would also, it would create jobs for the firefighters, of course. And then we would also have another, task force.
Who's gonna pay for it?
Well, thank you, Secretary of the Treasury. Always thinking about the bottom dollar. That's why I hired you.
Hold on.
We'll get there.
So the second task force would, remove the dead, burnt trees and produce fertilizer. And then we would also plant trees to repopulate the trees and have fertilizer to make the trees grow. And then we would sell the fertilizer to people to make money. And we'd dig up the roots and trunks of the trees to create firewood. Which then that would pay for...
So the trunks of the burnt trees?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It makes really good firewood.
Okay, I'll think about it. But I need to talk to my Secretary of the Treasury about how we're going to pay for this.
Yeah.
Under Secretary of the Treasury, got anything to add, or are you just going to mooch off the smart guy in my cabinet?
Well,
where's the funding for this?
Or any other priorities for the Secretary of the Interior?
We would keep the money from the fertilizer to pay for the,
So the government's going to get in the fertilizer selling business and the firewood selling business to pay for a bunch of national firefighter battalions.
You'd also just let it out to loggers. I don't know why they
Sell out
do
the
that.
land that the burnt firewood's at.
Yeah, and that would that would eventually become its own business. So then we would lease it out to the logging companies, and they would pay for it. Yeah, pay for the land.
Okay, I'll take it under consideration. At the end of the day, I got bigger fish to fry. The big thing I care about you guys is I want oil, coal, and gas going crazy on federal land.
okay.
America.
Okay, pass the mic, please. Next, we have Department of Agriculture, Secretary Winkman. You can slide that face down to him as well. You're going on YouTube. What the heck does your agency do?
Well, hang on, it's loading.
Keeps moving.
I know. It can't sense it through your laptop lid. What does the Department of Agriculture do?
We're the Food Safety and Inspection Service. We help farmers. We
Like the FDA.
ensure
They're under the Department of Agriculture, yes.
the nation's commercial supply of meat, poultry, and egg products, and to make sure they're safe and correctly labeled and packaged as required by the Federal Inspection Act. And
What are your top priorities? What do you need from me? What should I focus on in agriculture?
we need to stop importing stuff that we can grow in America,
Like what?
like cattle and all that stuff.
Do we import much beef?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm sure Canadian beef, but other than that.
Corn.
Canadian.
We got corn.
You got anything you're worried about in the Department of Agriculture?
Protect our agriculture. And
Should I put tariffs on everybody else's beef and corn and wheat and chicken?
sure.
Secretary of the Treasury, what are those countries going to do back to us if we put tariffs on all their goods?
Probably
Yeah, starts a trade war. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Basically, you got nothing you're worried about, huh? Is your job important, or should I just use the removal power on you right now and put you out of your misery? Because as secretary of your agency, you got to make me think like you have an important dang job. Or else why are you here?
Do you want salmonella in your eggs every morning?
I don't. Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Are you with him on agriculture?
Yeah.
Your name's not on the spreadsheet.
Probably didn't put it on there.
I'm putting it on there right now. I'm so far not impressed with my secretaries of ag. Then again, you are kind of farmers, so you're not good at Google spreadsheets.
Yeah.
Pass him the mic. I want to hear something. Can you spin that? How about country of origin labeling on meat? Should every American grocery store have a sticker on every piece of steak or chicken you buy that says where it came from?
USA sticker, USA certified, healthy to eat.
Well, actually,
Do you think Americans would grab the steak that says product of the USA over the one that says product of Canada?
They should. Depends
Okay.
on the beef.
But if everything
I want a plan on my desk by the end of the week of how we can get Congress to do that. I like that.
But if everything's made in the U.S., then
That's the idea, is let's get Americans to stop buying cheap foreign meat.
That gets you sick, and we carry the
Then
swine
instead
flu.
of
Let's
putting
feed America
stickers on
beef
it,
again.
just put a sign
Make that a
up front
hashtag,
that says,
Secretary of Ag.
"Oh,
Feed America beef again. FABA. Let's do it.
Well, edit your thing. Or how do we do that?
Huh?
I'm not a Twitter guy. How do you do that?
Just tweet it out and put the hashtag.
We have the beef.
Somebody with Twitter
You're
can
gonna
take a
switch
picture of
response.
you two. Jeff, can you make this happen?
Trying to make what happen? I don't know.
A picture of my two secretaries of agriculture, and I want you to start a new
yeah.
hashtag. Feed America beef again, FABA.
There.
Okay, thank you, Department of Agriculture. Commerce is not present, so Labor, other Secretary Hughes. He nominated a real Secretary of Labor this week. You should read about him. He's the CEO of a fast food company. What's your agency do, and why should I care?
I'm gonna plug in over here.
We're just doing all like the labor.
What's the Labor Department do?
Like with the laws of the workforce, the unions, kind of just in charge of what goes on in the businesses, like
Okay.
with the labor.
What are big issues in your agency that I need to know about?
The top three would be discrimination and harassment at your job, which is like hiring a male over a female, which I don't know how.
Is that an issue right now?
Yeah, that's the top one, and then it says something else. And it says employment background check is the second, and then Family and Medical Leave Act. And the Family and Medical Leave Act is if someone has an illness or is injured, can leave their job until they're good enough to come back and not have any down, like they don't get downgraded or fired. So it'd be like, practically what we have.
Okay, here's a crazy thought. Someone with a pregnant wife. Do you guys know which countries in the world do not offer paid maternity leave? We're one of only a few. I'm Googling it right now. We are the only country with no national law providing paid maternity leave, according to PolitiFact.com. Some other ones named Swaziland, Lesotho, and Papua New Guinea as the only countries on freaking planet Earth that don't make companies pay the women who take time off to have babies for some period of time.
But yeah, that's what it says. It said pregnancy is a big one.
Okay,
too.
Secretary of Labor, I got a question. The rest of you, tell me what you think of this. Can we help our image with minorities and women in my presidency by getting paid maternity leave for women? Some kind of law that says you have to pay women for at least a couple days. So we're not like the only developed country in the world who doesn't do that. Is that going to win me some Hillary Clinton fans over, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea, Cabinet?
Probably.
Okay. Secretary of Labor, by the end of the week, I need a proposal on my desk we can get to Congress to make that a thing. I like that.
Okay.
It's not a big deal, but does that help my image with women?
Yes.
Do I kind of need help with my image with women?
Yes.
Please excuse my 2-minute warning. Okay. Here's what's going to go down before we convene. If you did not get a chance to share your thoughts with me, you can turn them into Canvas. You will get a chance Monday. What we're going to do next week is we're going to have a presidential draft. You're going to get put on a team, and we're going to have a competition where you have to do a fantasy draft of presidents.
You don't.
Oh, fuck.
And then we're going to have some contests like whose president was the luckiest, the most underrated. You'll like it. Can we pause the swivel, please, and hit the red button on the iPad?